Joel Rubin, the State Department does not look favorably on detention in Libya. Talk to me about the conditions and what it would mean to send somebody to a detention center there.
Goodness. Well, Katie, first of all, what's happening now is President Trump's turning the State Department into a rendition factory for these migrants. And that's a very dangerous, slippery slope. And to your question about Libya, Libya is an atrocious violator of human rights. It's a country divided in two. The western half is recognized by the international community. The eastern half is led by General Haftar, who has support from President Trump to a certain extent. He's a gross human rights violator. So, we send people back there. They're not going to have a great fate. And it's going to make the CCOT prison in El Salvador look like a vacation resort. It's very dangerous. It's dangerous to send anyone to those places. And in particular, to use our diplomatic resources is really an abysmal waste of resources.
So the nations that we've heard about, separate from El Salvador, have been Ukraine, according to the Washington Post, Libya, according to the reporting from Courtney Kubi and our NBC News team, and then Rwanda, according to the foreign minister, which says it's in early talks. These are all nations that are locked in conflict. Why would we look to nations like that?
Well, that's because nobody wants to be part of this program, quite bluntly, Katie. Look, you're talking about countries who are under duress, who may need American support, certainly in the case of Libya. They're looking to American support, for American support, of course, Ukraine and Rwanda as well. So they're potentially willing to do whatever it takes to get that support. But most self-respecting countries around the world want to see due process. They want to see people who are in their prisons there for a reason, as opposed to what Courtney's pointing out and what you're pointing out. We may not have any legal rationale for deporting these individuals, and it really would dirty them up in their countries. And that's just the reality, is that we're looking to the worst parts of the world, the most desperate parts of the world, to send these people using American taxpayer dollars, not just to send them there, but then to pay for them to be held there as well.
There have been some legal